Welcome to part 16 of my Let's Build a Swiss Village using Planet Coaster, and this is the final part, and it's only 7 minutes long, more or less, which means it's not a lot is being accomplished other than more detailing, and I gotta say, it gets pretty difficult to think of unique and nice and interesting things to do in one style for so long, and because alpine trees really don't exist in the game, it's only the cypress trees. I was finding the process of placing them quite daunting because I got quite sick of them and I yearned for real trees. But all in all, I'm quite happy with how it turned out in the end. At the very end of the video, the very last part of making the outdoor sitting area towards the right of where I'm building now was cut off, but I didn't think it was a great big loss, and you get the idea more or less, and you will see it in the walkthrough, so it's not a problem so far. I quite like this little area, how it turned out with the magic whirl it's called, or Ursula from The Little Mermaid, with bigger boobs. I don't know, but I like that ride, and I like this area. The little wooden lanterns on the ride, they really suit the wooden theme, the sort of alpine theme, and those little wooden roofs look great as benches just by themselves. And all in all, it was quite a little bit of fun. This is usually my favorite part, adding the last bit of detailing once I'm really happy with it. When I'm adding the last bit of detailing and I'm not so happy with it, it's not as fun. But I'm happy to say that despite this build being incredibly long and quite frustrating, it was a lot of fun and much easier going for me than the Haunted House Dark ride. And the pressure was off a bit because less people are watching, which always helps a bit, because I'm really not used to having people watching me make my things on my computer or in my art or in general. I'm quite a private person, and it's quite interesting for me to see people's reactions, and it's also just interesting that a few hundred people across the internet have heard my voice. I find that quite weird and bizarre and interesting, but all in all, it has been an enjoyable experience starting these videos, and I would like once again to thank everyone who is watching this series or has watched my videos, because I enjoy the support and I enjoy the audience, and I appreciate both too. So, with that being said, I'm gonna see if I can keep talking for around 7 minutes, because it would be a bit better if the whole season was, a whole episode was talked over, because it's not so long. So, let me talk about how I felt during this build. Well, during this build, I felt a bit over my head. I think I set myself too high and I made it too big, and there really wasn't a lot of necessity for that. It would have worked better probably as a smaller area. But if there's one consolation, I hope that now I find it a bit easier to come up with shapes for houses and to try and see how far I can push house shapes in general. And now I feel more confident in placing multiple buildings. I also I definitely enjoy the Control D cheat when you place a wall and press Control D, and I really like that effect, and it's especially good because sometimes I don't know what I do wrong or right, but sometimes it connects all the walls together as one object instead of single objects, and I don't know why. Sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't, but I like it when that happens because it just makes everything neater. I think I will take advantage of that more in my next Planet Coaster build, but who knows what will be available then. I'm certainly looking forward to hopefully being able to turn objects in unconventional ways that we haven't been able to before, because there are more directions that we could turn objects that we are not allowed to. And what else am I looking for? Well, I'm looking forward to terraforming. That is something I will be using quite a lot, and I've seen there is quite a sculptural aspect of the terraforming. So, depending on how much detail they let you do, I could probably sculpt people or statues or characters or these kind of things. I wonder if we can paint them. I'm not sure if painting them would be possible, but I have seen in other parks that are available in this game, they have giant sculptures that were terraformed, and that's something I would be definitely looking forward to seeing how that works. And what else am I looking forward to? Well, hopefully the new objects that are coming. I really can't wait to see what else we will be getting and how I can use those objects to push the building even further and maybe think of ways that these objects haven't been used before, and the sense of discovery, i.e. basically. So that's going to be something I really am looking forward to. But in the meantime, as I said in the last episode, I will be playing City Skylines and trying to think of interesting things to do, and also one-off buildings in Planet Coaster on a new park so the frame rate's fine. I'm gonna try out some little things and make some mini episodes just to make sure that everybody stays entertained on this channel, because this channel should always have content being released, because that's how I think YouTube works, and that's what I see other people doing. And since I have a lot of time at the moment, I can release videos. Once I have less time, who knows what will be happening, but I am thankful for now. I can keep this regular update concept going. So I will leave it there, because it's almost 7 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and this series, and I will see you in the walkthrough. Oh hey, thanks for watching all the video. If you want more, click here in one of these boxes or something, and don't forget to subscribe if you want.